Danny, we hear on the news the debt. We hear people talking about the debt ceiling, and the average American, we hear this huge number, $21 trillion, and it's really hard to bring it home to the average Joe. And Miss Mary, homemaker, sitting at home, we really don't understand what the $21 trillion deficit means to us. I mean, if you broke it down, it's about $174,000 per taxpayer. But when it comes to that huge number, how do you address it?
Again, through the size, scope, and role of government. You know, Mary Homemaker, Little Miss Mary Homemaker, that $174,000, what could she spend that on? How could she use that money to stoke the economy? This $21 trillion debt, first of all, you mentioned the debt ceiling. There is no such thing as a debt ceiling. When you can extend this debt ceiling, and I think they've extended it 84 times since the 1940s. 84 times the debt ceiling has been extended. When you can extend the debt ceiling like that, there is no such thing as a debt ceiling. It does not exist. You're just saying, yeah, we want to spend more money. We will go deeper into debt. Part of this $21 trillion debt has to do with the process and the way that our budgets are written. You know, we've got this joint congressional executive branch budgeting office, and these guys estimate revenues coming in through taxes, business taxes, personal income taxes, tariffs. They estimate the amount of money coming in, and then that's what they try to budget for. Except this last time. The whole budgeting process is messed up because we no longer come up with a annual budget. We now do spending resolutions. Congress goes into session and they create a government program or a grant or something that's going to require money with no idea whether they have the money or not. They create this legislation that requires money, and then the budget comes out, and then they have to fund it. So that's not budgeting. That's the opposite of budgeting, and we have to stop that. We have to come out with an annual budget every single year and then stick to it.
You know, the average Joe or the homemaker, they can't just make up I think that this year I'm going to have $50,000 extra money in my wallet, and I'm going to just spend. I'm going to make a plan to go on a vacation. I'm going to set everything up, put a deposit on it. We're going to go to Disney World. We're going to go all over the world.
Right.
What would happen to them if they did that?
Well, first of all, we'd probably put them in debtor's prison. But that's exactly what our government is doing. I mean, we know we have an annual income of X amount, but we want to do all this other stuff too. And during these campaigns, it's election season, and during these campaigns, these politicians are running around saying, vote for me, and I will give you this, and I don't care what it is. I will do this program for you. That costs money, and they don't tell you that. They know they can't afford it. They know it will put us deeper into debt, but by offering them the programs, they get the vote. And that's one thing I refuse to do, Vicki. I'm not going to pander to people. I'm going to tell you right now that the biggest three debt items, budget items, that's causing our debt are Social Security, Medicare, and defense spending. Those are the three big budget items, and we've got to address them. And that's what I intend to do, is address them and make them more solvent. And I think the American people can actually fare better if those programs are either done away with. And no, I'm not talking about doing away with your Social Security. I'm talking about trying to get you more money into the Social Security program by privatizing it. There's no one that wants to take care of the elderly more than I do. My mother, as you know, my mother is ill right now, and she relies on Social Security. And I just want to make sure that she's got the resources available, and I think the only mechanism that we can do that is to privatize it, and that's what we want to do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.